What's up, guys? So I'm here watching the Manson Cold, the Lost Tapes. But I had to pause it real quick because I want to address something that this Eagles YouTuber Nitrofreak says something about Howie Roseman being overrated. I really want an explanation. I mean, I know I'm a nobody. I mean, in YouTube world, I follow Nitrofreak, I follow Desert Eagle, I follow EDP. I'm not really into the whole YouTube thing. But I'm kind of disturbed from that comment. Maybe disturbed is not the right word. I'm kind of confused to see how Howie Roseman is overrated. The guy who last year brought in Alshon Jeffrey in a 1-year contract, brought in Jay Ajayi in a 1-year contract. The guy who put all the pieces together to make our Super Bowl run. The guy who traded Sam Bradford to the Vikings for a first-round pick that got us Carson Wentz. That's a lot of chess move pieces to consider someone being overrated. I mean, I just don't understand how you would consider him overrated. I mean, maybe we get a better explanation as to what he meant, but you really, 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 really cannot consider someone like Howie Roseman, who basically now in his third year got us what potentially could have been an MVP candidate in his second year, Carson Wentz, and then and then a Super Bowl. So, I mean, I get it. These first 2 weeks of this season have been frustrating. Week 1, the offense. Week 2, the defense. Players getting hurt, not knowing where Carson Wentz was gonna come back, not knowing that our receiver core basically got annihilated from preseason, from minicamp till the second game. We can't control a lot of these things. I mean, we can't control it, and this is one thing I really have a big criticism of our fan base. I mean, when it's going all handy dandy, we praise and we praise and we praise, but when we're meeting with some sort of adversity, we flip it a 180 and we want to. And sometimes I've been a victim of this, and this is because I'm just a passionate fan. But we want to fire people, we want to replace people, and I mean, guys, it's part of the process. I don't understand why are we freaking out on week 2. I mean, technically, our schedule really does not get tough till week 4. And guess who we're getting back already? Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is already back. So that's one aspect coming back. Do we know when Alshon Jeffrey is coming back? No. Do we know even when what's this dude's name? The other, I can't think of his name right now. Man, I forgot his name. No, it's not Maddox. What's this guy's name? It's gonna freaking bother me right now. The other wide receiver that was I think it was number 2. He was backup for Jeffrey. What's his name? Well, you guys know what his name is. I can't think of his name right now. But I know he's hurt too. I know we need help at wide receiver, and I was counting on Josh Gordon too to come to Philadelphia. I mean, we all did. A lot of us fans did, but it didn't happen. The Patriots got him, and you gotta understand that Josh Gordon also came with high risk. I mean, we all know for all of those that follow football, we all know his background, we all know his problems. And I get it. That's not why he was left go in Cleveland. I guess he was already in rehab and all that. It was other issues in Cleveland. But I mean, if the Cleveland Browns let you go, if the Cleveland Browns was a team that's in desperate need of talent lets you go, then what would you think? Or what do you think is going to happen here? Or what do you think is probably going to happen in New England? I mean, just ask yourself these questions. Eagles fans, I'm telling you, we're freaking out. over nothing. It's week 2. We're getting Carson Wentz back. You got to understand that even in last year, we had troubled players as well. We didn't know Nelson Aguilar was going to ball out. We all thought Nelson Aguilar was going to be a bust, and because of the previous season. And look what happened. Carson Wentz coming back is the missing piece to this team. He's going to make the team more confident about itself. And I'm not going to say maybe it may not even be as explosive as we want it to be with the Colts game, because he's going to have some rust with him. He's going to have rust, and he's going to progress. But like I said, our schedule does not really get tough to week 4. Week 5, actually. So we got time. We got time to fix the mistakes on defense. Can somebody please tell Jim Schwartz to get Jalen Mills out of his spot? I want Rasul Douglas, or I want Sidney Jones to take his place. I'm being dead serious. This guy, I love Jalen Mills. Put him in the slot or something, but he cannot be one of our safeties. He's getting burned every single game. Even last season, he was getting burned on double moves, on big plays. And I don't understand what else it is going to take for us to understand that Jalen Mills is not the answer at that position. He really is not. I love the guy, but something's got to be changed. But back to my original point with Nitrofreak saying that Howie Roseman's overrated, I think that's a little extreme. It's maybe just a tad bit extreme. I wouldn't call it. Maybe he dropped the ball, but we'll see what he does. There's other players out there, and I know everybody. I was gonna say bring in Dez Bryant. We'll see. I'm honestly 70-30 on that one. And the 70 is because who else is out there? You got Jeremy Maclin, but I think he had a hamstring injury. You had Jordan Matthews. Yeah, good favorite target for Carson Wentz year 1, but didn't he what did he tear? He tore something during training camp, so or it was a really bad injury during training camp, so you don't know how if he has bounced back or how well he has recovered, so you can forget about that. I read an article on 247 Sports to trade back for Torrey Smith. So you traded Torrey Smith for whatever his name is. They got kicked off the team for, I don't know what he did. Oh, did he have Worley? Worley. And correct me if I'm wrong, was it for a gun in his car? That was so long ago, I can't even remember. So you can forget about, what are we going to have to give now to the Panthers to get back for someone that basically was on his way out? You got to understand that Torrey Smith was on his way out. He was on a 1-year contract on his way out, and we basically snagged Worley for just Torrey Smith. So I don't think that's going to be a trade-off. Other people saying Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald, you got to understand, is probably on his last maybe 1 or 2 years left with the NFL. And even at that, he's not that wideout that he once was. And you probably have to put him in the slot and be a slot receiver. And honestly, if you're going to get a slot receiver, you already have Nelson Aguilar. So what's the purpose of that? He's not going to be that dynamic wideout that everybody's expecting him to be. So I honestly, like I said, this is why I'm saying Dez could probably be a good choice, but man, that comes with so much baggage too. I have no idea. But we'll see what Howie Roseman does. But I just don't think calling Howie Roseman overrated, given his span of accomplishments in the last 3 years, it's kind of really unfair. Just because we had 2 basically bad games, and I understand we're coming in with high expectations this season, and it's a new norm for us. We don't know how to deal with this kind of success, even as fans. I think we need to take a step back, get off the Super Bowl pedestal that we put ourselves in because it's a new season. Think about what's going on with this team this season, and then see, well, I mean, what needs to be fixed. I mean, as fans, we got to understand that the front office has to do their job. All we can do is basically give opinions. We're not coaches. We're not paid to do this. You know what I mean? But as fans, we can understand what is going on. But I just don't think you can call somebody overrated. I mean, you just really can't do it. Maybe Nitrofreak will explain himself as to why he called Howie Roseman overrated, or why does he think Howie Roseman is overrated. Again, I'm not really, like I said, maybe we'll get the explanation, maybe we won't. But just take it one step at a time. We'll see what happens. Hire Roseman. Go get Dez or somebody, man. You need to get somebody in this wide receiver core. We do need somebody. So with that being said, I'll make another video with the light on. Like I said, I just don't feel like putting the light on. We'll see. It's week 2. We get Carson. I don't know if there's a waiting prognosis on when Alshon is coming back. But when he comes back, that's another weapon. Just be patient, guys. We still have 2 weeks till our schedule gets really tough. You guys are freaking out. We lost our second game last year against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the same thing, almost identical kind of games. We were struggling on both sides of the ball. Towards the end, we're making a comeback. We lost the game. Now, is this saying it's going to be the same thing this year where we're going on a 9-game stretch after this? No, it is not. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But what I'm saying is chill out, relax, and let's see what we can do from here. All right, guys. Have a good night.